turn it back over to Marie, and I think she's going to introduce who's going to be speaking today.
I am. Thanks a lot, Megan. Megan Rodriguez is our outreach coordinator. She, along with the rest of our staff, has done a great job of keeping our most critical services up and running while we've been closed. More on that a little bit later in the call. The Woburn Senior Center, along with senior centers across the Commonwealth, of course, remains closed to the public. We continue to follow local, state, and federal guidelines as we plan for the time when we can reopen safely and see all of you again in person. We certainly miss seeing all of you, but we want you to know that we're here for you. So this virtual town hall is really meant to provide an opportunity for us to check in, see how everyone's doing, but also provide you with information personally from all of us about ongoing services and programs. Many thanks to the Woburn Public Media for being here today to record this town hall as a way to ensure that folks who weren't able to join us this morning have the opportunity to tune in later and see the program in its entirety. They've served as a real lifeline for our entire community during this time period. Thank you very much. It's really great to have you. And so we're going to start things off. Obviously, we're very lucky that we live in a wonderful community with supportive local officials, neighbors, civic organizations, and today we're really grateful to have 4 elected officials with us. We'll start with the mayor. I see that the Mayor Scott Galvin's here, and he has long been a great friend and supporter of the Woburn Senior Center, senior services and programs. And I know that he's been watching over our entire city very carefully. So we'll hear from him first to kick things off to see how things are going at City Hall with the phased reopening that they've gone through, what he's hearing from the governor and other mayors across the Commonwealth. Mayor Galvin, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks, Marie. Yeah, thanks for organizing the meeting today. It's good to see some faces up the Senior Center. I know everybody's really anxious to get back up there and you know, again, open up the Senior Center safely, and for not only the staff, but for all the seniors who really, I think, miss that place more than anything. And like students, need the socialization, you know. So on the city side, we've been rolling out openings. We've been at City Hall, as you know, Marie, that we pretty much haven't missed a beat here, you know, except as far as services, we haven't missed a beat. But the official opening to the public was August 3rd, and the past week went very smoothly. Employees, department heads didn't report back with any issues. So we're happy with the first week that we went through. And I know I want to thank Paul and Lenny Burnham and the other guys who've helped out as far as cleaning. They come in the building every Saturday and do a thorough cleaning of the building. So Paul, thanks for your continued efforts there. But City Hall opened up, you know, I would say very smoothly. The library, as most of you know, that's been a little bit of a contentious issue right now, but they opened up last week. Again, it was a big opening as far as, you know, we thought a big opening on Monday. The numbers are tapered off, and again, the biggest concern we have there is safety of the employees and safety of the patrons, and I think the library director and staff have done a great job as far as you know, providing the PPE and providing the social distancing and the plan to open up. So we've been open up for a week, and it's been going well, ensuring that everybody in there is socially distant. That's the most important thing, and you know, wearing a mask, the good hygiene. So that's worked there. And you know, the intent is that the Senior Center would be the same thing at some point as we head down the road. You know, to work on opening that up. You know, you've got plenty of space up there, and even in each room, you know, right now the requirements are for offices anyway, it's 8 per 1,000, and I would think that would be pretty similar at the Senior Center. So each one of those side rooms, you limit the number of people, and we could go from there. But that's a little bit down the road. We're waiting for guidance and protocol from the governor. And Marie, I know you're in touch with your organization and some of your colleagues who run senior centers, and talking about, you know, some of the, you the impediments to opening and or some of the protocol that are really going to be important to protect the seniors because they are our most vulnerable in the population. So we want to make sure when we do open up, and again, I think it's really important we do. There's a number of services that seniors provide that seniors are used to being provided, and you know, hopefully we can start, you know, doing some of those virtually. I know you're working on that, but in person is really where we want to get to. So we're here to support. You know, I know Rep. Haggerty is, you know, in touch with the governor's office about, you know, the CARES Act funding, and we have CARES Act funding that we can supplement, you know, reasonably supplement budgets to help, you know, get the seniors back in the game up there. So we're here to support you and your staff and work along with the city council and Rep. Haggerty to do what we can to get our seniors back to their, you know, their fun place, right?
Yeah.
So that's all I have to say.
Mayor, thank you very much. We really appreciate your support and appreciate you being here today. You know, one of the things we're also doing this week as a way to reach out is through Minuteman Senior Services, remains a great partner. They donated, we've got a few freezerfuls of some frozen food. And on Thursday, we're doing a grab and go starting at 10 a.m. until it runs out, just as another way to connect. And we're working on some other ways to do that too, as the mayor, with the space and logistics and safety of everybody.
Yeah, that's good. I'll be up there at 10 o'clock. We have a, you know, we have that standing
Great.
DPW. I'll change that and we'll get up there at 10 as well to help out.
Great. And I think we've got a couple of other things coming up as well, so stay tuned.
Good.
Thank you so much, Mayor.
Thank you, Marie. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Representative Haggerty, I see you there. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. You know, lifetime resident, just a cherished member of our community, and was city council president, and now serves us at the state level fighting for funding for the city of Woburn, and a great friend to Woburn seniors, responsible for helping get funding for one of our vans, which of course provides critical transportation services to and from the center, and has really helped out a lot. Michelle Daly, our transportation coordinator, will talk more about that. But State Rep Haggerty, I'll let you give a view from the Hill and say hello to everybody. Thanks so much for being here.
Well, thanks for inviting me. And, you know, it's first, Marie, congratulations on your new role. And the city made a terrific selection. And I wish you the best up there. I know you can do a great job. And I'm sure the mayor's now super busy with all that work that you were doing in his office, you know. But we appreciate your good work, and I wish you the best. And I, again, also want to congratulate our new city council president, Lindsay Higgins, for her new role as well. And I know Lindsay's going to do a great job. I had the pleasure of working with Lindsay in the city council for a number of years. So we're so fortunate to have great leaders in our community. And of course, Mayor Galvin, thanks for your continued strong leadership in our community, particularly during this this time. And we're all doing our best during these unprecedented times to adjust and to think differently about how we do a lot of things and push our community and our Commonwealth back to normal under, of course, the appropriate guidelines and safety protocols. So from my office, I wanted to make sure I just stopped by and said hello to everybody. And I think the mayor, hit it on the head with regards to the importance of trying to get to a point where we're able to open our senior center and so many of our other public facilities, again, in a way that makes sure we maintain public health. And we know that people are stuck at home and oftentimes in these situations, and we want to make sure we're providing them all the services that we can. From my office standpoint of view, I know that I've helped out a number of people with regards to unemployment insurance issues with their stimulus checks, food insecurity issues with people having difficulty paying for rent or paying their mortgages. All of those types of things are some of the assistance that we can provide through my office. And I wanted to just remind everybody of that. It's so important to make sure that we continue to come together as a community. And it's great, Marie, that you're able to be doing the grab and go on Thursday. Food insecurity and providing people the opportunity to pick up food is such a great resource for our city, so that people don't necessarily have to go to the grocery store and interact with large groups. And I know that our social concern, up in Woburn, up in North Woburn is doing a great job up there as well with regards to the food pantry. We were able to get an appropriation, additional $15,000 to help the food pantry pick up, some more resources there. And as you mentioned, Marie, it's great to see you guys got that van. I know how important that is to be able to get people back and forth to the senior center. So when your doors open, what a terrific tool to be able to have up there. Thanks to Alderman Dillon. I see him down there, my bottom left, for his great work in our community. And from my office, again, if there's things that we can do, we have a lot of things going on right now. But from an advocacy standpoint of view, or if there's specific issues you have, you've got a great team in the city who is working for you every single day, who I had the pleasure of working with for a number of years. And I know you're in good hands. But again, if there's other things that I can do from my office's standpoint of view, you want to let me know where you stand in the issues. I know many are not shy. Let me know. I'm happy to help, happy to listen. And I wish everybody the best. And most important, let's stay healthy. Let's get through this together. And I know we will. So thanks so much.
Representative Haggerty, thank you so much for being here. Thank you. And he alluded to our next special guest, and she has served as the City Council's liaison in Ward 7 Alderman very well for all of us. And now we are so happy to have her. We have a special connection now to the new president of the City Council, and also in a historical note, the first woman elected president of the Woburn City Council, and a real friend to all of us. Lindsay, thanks so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me, Marie. As Marie and Rich said, my role has kind of changed over the last few weeks. I am the ward alderman for Ward 7, and I was the liaison for the Council on Aging. So you saw me at various events with the mayor and Rich when he was City Council president and now a state rep up at the Senior Center. But going forward, my role is changing a little bit. I am City Council president now. We are currently in the process of finding a replacement for Ward 4. President Anderson stepped down as of Friday, so I am the president, and we are currently looking for the Ward 4 replacement for him. So you'll see a lot of changes up here with the City Council over the last few years. Rich Haggerty, he is now state rep. He was a City Council president. We had to replace him with Alderman Ferrulo, and Jeff Dillon, who's on the call right now, is our new Ward 3 alderman who was elected last year. And now Ward 4 will be changing. So if you're unsure of any of your aldermen or who to contact, you're more than welcome to call me. But you can also call the city clerk's office, and they can direct you to your alderman if you have issues within your ward. We also have 2 at-large aldermen, Alderman Kincannon, who's been there for a while, as well as Alderman Ferrulo. I look forward to hopefully when Senior Center's back up, being back with you guys at all those events. I love all the veterans programs and various programs you guys have up there. So I'm so excited to hopefully be back soon.
We are too. Thank you so much, President Higgins. We really appreciate you being here and taking the time. And you just introduced perfectly our next guest, who's Ward 3 Alderman Jeff Dillon, who really, in the short time you served, I've seen you everywhere. So, and we certainly appreciate you being here and sort of saying hi and find out what's happening with you and what you're seeing out there in the neighborhood, and just thanks for being here to say hi.
Well, thank you.
Yep.
Congratulations to you, Marie. You're doing a great job already, and we're glad to have you in that position. Congratulations to President Higgins. Can't think of a better person that fit that role. She's always there to help out and very welcoming when I first ran, even before I was elected. So I look forward to working with her. And Mayor Galvin's always there for anyone who ever needs him. But today we'll talk about the seniors, and certainly we should be there for them. Part of the reason we have the great community of Woburn right now is because of the seniors and all the hard work they've done to make the community of Woburn the way it is. So I just wanted to call in and say hello and let seniors in Ward 3 and throughout the city of Woburn, however I can help them, please give me a call. I'm there for them. Thanks for the great work again, Marie, you're doing.
Well, great. We're glad you can join us. To all our elected officials, thank you so much for being here and taking the time out of your schedules to say hello. We really appreciate that. As we alluded to, we do have some things coming up. I mean, services never stopped. folks haven't been here. We're really sad about that, and can't wait till the time we can all be together. But I feel really blessed to join the staff here that really cares and has made sure, under the worst of circumstances that none of us could have predicted, and there's no rule book for it. So we just come from a place of caring. A lot of us live here, so that's where we're reaching out today as a new start, a new connection, and to keep things moving forward. So again, the Minuteman Senior Services, we can't thank them enough for that food, and we'll start with that. And we do have a couple of other things coming up. We're hoping Megan can talk a little bit more about that, hoping for some fresh produce being our next one. And we've got a few other ideas for other grab and go opportunities to happen. I will move on to the people who are really doing the real work and have dedicated themselves and remained here under some hard circumstances. And of course, we have our Council on Aging members who've also remained dedicated in making sure things continued and setting some priorities. And we do have some members here. And Margaret Casey, who's our chairwoman of the Council on Aging, would like to check in and say hello. Margaret, we're grateful to have you here. Thank you.
Good morning, though late. I'm happy to see figuratively that we have so many believers in there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Good things just take a little longer. Obviously, I've written this out. The cover of this month's flyer says it all. Thank you.
Thank you, Margaret. Thank you for your continued service, and to all the members of the Council on Aging, and also Friends Helping Seniors. I see Joanne DeMambro was on the line. She's been in here caring for a lot of the donated goods in the Golden Gift Shop. We're working on some ideas of what we can do while we can't have a lot of people in at once. Maybe there's something else we can do to get some of those things sold and get some money deposited. But thank you, Joanne, for all of your efforts. I don't know if, did you want to say hello?
There we go.
There you are. Hi, Joanne.
Hi. I know I've been thinking too about how we're gonna do that in the gift shop, but I don't see any way how we can do that, because we have to touch money, people coming in. It's I don't know. I've been trying to think of ways that we can do something in the gift shop, but I don't see anything.
We'll do some brainstorming and we'll come up with some plans.
And meanwhile,
there's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way.
And meanwhile, you've been here checking inventory and where things are and what we have and what we don't have. So it's been a good time to take stock of all of the wonderful things that people have donated. So we really appreciate all the work that you put into that, Joanne. Thank you.
Yeah, and Marie, we were saying about raffle baskets. We do have 2 left over. So
okay.
If we do want to do a raffle basket, even do a free raffle, give people out, let them put their name on it, and just give out the baskets at the end of the day or something like that. But I don't know.
I like it.
I was talking to someone from the Stoneham Senior Center, because they have the barn, and they were saying they couldn't open because they couldn't figure out how to do it, without touching things. You don't know. It's hard. It really is. I don't know. But we'll figure something out, right?
We will, and we will move beyond this, and there is light. So in the meanwhile, we can take a close look at what we've got and how we move forward, and we won't do it until we can do it safely.
That's right, safely.
Yeah.
We have to do it safely,
But meanwhile, we certainly appreciate your efforts in making sure that it's all taken care of and cared for.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Joanne.
Okay.
Speaking of taking care of things and people and places in this building, Paul Medeiros has been taking care of our building and all of us, and getting us, keeping us clean, getting us set up, and thinking in terms of logistics, not only for when we can reopen or have people inside the building, but also the logistics for things like Thursdays, grab and go. Paul, thank you for being here. Love to have you say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Thanks, Paul.
It's good. It's good to see so many friendly faces. We've been pretty busy prepping, sanitizing, cleaning for your return, and we miss seeing you all. And I'm looking forward to the day when we can welcome you all back. So that day will be a joyous day around here. So I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Marie.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks for all your hard work, really, and your imagination. Speaking of imagination, one thing falls right into another. Megan Rodriguez, who is running this call and has run all our other Zoom calls, as well as our outreach coordinator. And has, as everybody here has stepped in, because we also lost, Judy Tanner, who was running programs and services, which there really aren't any, but she also retired in the midst of all of this. So everybody here has just stepped in to do things that are not their particular job, whatever. They're here because they care. And so I feel really lucky to be working with such wonderful people. Megan, I'd love to have the opportunity for you to say hello and let folks know what you've been working on. I mean, the newsletter is looking great. So how are things going?
Thank you. Yeah, so things are going really well. We're just moving right along. We're just keeping it going, right, Marie?
Yeah, Mayor, that's actually yours from you.
We stole that line from Mayor Galvin. Just keep it going.
Let's just keep it going.
So what we're working on in outreach is, like you said, with the meat giveaway, the curbside giveaway. I've been in touch with Mary Lou Hardy. She is from Winchester Hospital Community Relations. And she has given us a grant donation to do a healthy foods initiative. So we're gonna try and get some healthy food in the hands of the seniors. The meat giveaway is great. And at the beginning of the pandemic, we gave out some non-perishable items, but now it's summertime, it's nice, there's a lot of fresh produce out there. So I wanna find a way to get that into people's hands. Food insecurity is a big thing for me. I worry about that a lot with people. And so I've also begun the process of onboarding with Department of Transitional Assistance as a SNAP outreach partner. So going into the fall, I'll have a direct line to DTA to be able to facilitate food stamp applications in a more efficient manner than the process currently is. Other than that, we've updated our database system here at the center. It's called My Senior Center, and we've had it for a while, but we were kind of using just the base model of it. The new model is going to allow us to keep better track of people and activities, which will allow us to collect more data, which is something that will help us in the grant process of from Executive Office of Elder Affairs, as well as, just some community grants that we'd like to do. We'll have a lot more data to go off of. And it'll be a really great way for us to check people in here at the center when we do reopen, so that we're able to kind of keep track of who's been here. In the event that someone was to come down with the virus, we would be able to, let people know that has happened, and we'll get them the help that they need through Board of Health or whatever it may be. I think that's it for me.
How about the newsletter, Megan, and the changes that you're making and sort of having people contribute and making it more about them and their story?
Yeah, so the newsletter, we kind of turned it on its head a little bit. I wanted to try and make it a little bit more senior driven. Like Alderman Dillon said, the seniors have made Woburn what it is. They've made this community what it is. And they deserve the recognition for that. And so we're gonna ask for submissions from the seniors of what they would like to see in the newsletter. We'll have the usual informational, these are activities that we have going on, but for the time being, I think it would be better for it to be a place where people can feel connected to each other even when we're not together.
And so if anybody has a question for you moving forward, Megan, about any of these things, what's the best way to reach you?
So I've set up an email. It's at woburnseniors@gmail.com, and people can send in their submissions for the newsletter to there. Or also throughout the newsletter, I put little trivia questions and things like that that people can send in to us. And it's a way for us to generate a great email list to get back to the residents of Woburn when we have information to send them.
Marie, I'm sorry to interrupt. This is Lindsay. I have to jump off. I have a call right now at 11:30, so I still work full time and do city council president. So once in a while, I have to jump off. But if anyone needs to contact me, my email is lhiggins@cityofwoburn.com. And then you can also contact the city clerk's office, and they can give you everybody else's contact information. So thank you very much, everybody. I hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. So we've just got a couple more people. Want to keep everybody. Megan, thank you so much. Thanks for all of your hard work and all your innovation, and we really appreciate having you here with us. Thank you, and for running today's meeting, of course.
No problem.
Michelle, speaking of keeping things moving, see, it's a whole theme here. Michelle Daly is our transportation coordinator, and she and her husband, Lenny Burnham, got us a big freezer to use and delivered that this morning for us to use for Thursday's food giveaway. So thank you. She's stepped far outside, she's coloring way outside the lines and has helped do a lot of things in addition to serving the critical needs of transportation for seniors here in Woburn. Michelle, hand it to you.
Hi, everybody. It's nice to see everybody. We miss the seniors, and we cannot wait for them to be back in the building with their smiling faces and their fun attitudes. So as far as transportation has been going, we have been very busy sending out vouchers. You can call in your requests now, and one of the drivers will bring them right to everybody. There has been a driver here every day since we closed, and they have been doing whatever has been asked of them, and I really appreciate it. So a shout out to Mr. Jack Foley, who is with me now, and Mark Massey, Joe Hawkins, and Terry Desmond. They have been picking up the slack whenever we need it. If there's a senior who needs their food to be picked up from the social concern, they're going there, they're picking it up. Somebody needs masks, they're getting them, bringing them to them. So they have been just real troopers helping us all out. We also have been updating my senior center so that we can keep a tally of everything that's sold, and so that the numbers are very easily accessible instead of having them. And I think that's about all. We're welcome to Marie. We're very happy to have her here with us, and we love the direction that she is driving us to. So kudos to you, and a shout out to Megan and Paul, who have been so helpful to me during this, because I had only been here 3 months before we closed. So I counted on them for a lot of information. And Megan provided me a lot of resources, and Paul has been incredible keeping this place clean and safe for us, and being sure that we all wear our masks and that we all stay 6 feet apart. So thank you for everybody, and it's nice to see everybody.
Michelle, thanks for
oh, wait a minute, I have one more thing. I'm sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
Just with the meat,
Yeah.
if a senior cannot make it to the senior center, I am taking their, you can call me and let me know, and the drivers will be bringing them around tomorrow and Wednesday, and then on Friday. And if there's any left over, next week we'll be calling the people who usually do take the transportation and seeing if they need it to be delivered to them. Just give us a call.
Michelle, thank you.
You're welcome.
Also for being a very positive force here at the Senior Center. We also, I'm very, very grateful to have Kathy DeCenzo here. She is a Shine counselor for Woburn residents, an absolutely critical service that requires the experience and the know-how, and also she's a volunteer and has already given a lot of herself along with two other folks. I'm going to let her speak and speak to you, Kathy. I just want to thank you for doing what you do and helping our seniors navigate the treacherous waters of Shine Services. Kathy.
Thanks, Maureen. It was really nice to meet you, and I do congratulate you on your new position. And thanks so much for having me here today. It is good to see other people and their faces and hear them, and I know that we're all waiting anxiously to be able to see people in person. I will say with Shine that Barbara, Susan, and I are all working remotely, and we're ready to assist you in any health insurance questions that you do have. The easiest way to reach us is to actually call the Shine office directly, and that would be 781-897-5942. You will reach a voicemail, so it'll take a couple rings for it to pick up. So just make sure that you leave your name, your telephone number, a very brief description of your problem. And if you've seen one of us in the past, then just, mention that, well, I've seen Susan before. I'd really like to talk to Susan, or I've seen Barbara, or I've seen myself, Kathy, and that makes it a little bit easier for us to screen the calls. Don't go into detail about your issue. You don't have to tell me everything that's going on. We just want to make sure, just say, hey, I'm new to Medicare, I need some help, or I went to the drugstore, my prescription was like really, really expensive. Just give us a brief overview, okay? Oh, and if you can, give us a time that might be best to call you, morning, evening, afternoon. And because we are working remotely, I would ask that the caller ID that you see is going to be coming. It might say private caller, it might say Woburn, and I know I don't answer the phone if I don't know who it is, or if I don't recognize the number. So I understand if you don't also. But if you could be on kind of the lookout for one of our phone calls, that would be really good. I will say that we do retrieve the messages every day. And we will be calling you probably in a day or two after that. So just remember that if you needed an appointment with us before, you may have had to wait a couple of days. So don't think that if you leave a message at 1 o'clock on, Thursday afternoon, we're going to call you right back at 3 o'clock. Okay, because that's probably not going to happen. The other thing is that on the voicemail, it does say, and I know in the newsletter previously we used to give you the telephone number for Minuteman, but because we're retrieving things ourselves and we've changed the process just very recently, do not call Minuteman Senior Services with a Shine question, because it's actually going to make things a little longer. Because if you call Minuteman, then they have to retrieve the number and then they'll call us. So it actually adds a step. So we'd prefer that you not call Minuteman, that you just leave a message. And I know that none of us like these new procedures. We would much rather be counseling you in person and asking you quickly what the problem is. But as we all know, we're all doing things differently today. So again, the phone number is 781-897-5972. If you forget the Shine number or whatever, just call the Senior Center at 781-897-5960 and just ask to be, transferred to the Shine number, and we will get your message. Are there any questions that I can answer for anybody right now?
Nope.
Okay. Well, again, just stay safe. Know that we're here and we are there to help you if you're new to Medicare or if you have any issues. And hopefully we will see each other at some point in time. I have no idea when it will be. So do take care, and thank you, everybody.
Thank
Well,
you.
we definitely will. Thank you so much, Kathy, to you and the other Shine counselors for providing these critical services and making sure they're continuing through this difficult time period. We really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody here on the call. We might have a minute or two for a question if anybody does have a question.
I don't have a question. I do have a comment if I could, and that is that.
Looks like Jack Kelly. Jack.
Yes, yeah, Jack Kelly, sure. Yeah, just the wonderful support that we're getting. I mean, these types of meetings are great. Now that I've caught up with the rest of the world in terms of being able to get on.
You're doing great.
And but just the great support, and that goes all the way to the top. By the way, the top in this case being Scott, I guess, and some of his predecessors. You know, I get around to a few of senior centers, and there's none that compare, really. And I'm not saying that because I'm talking to this group. There's none that can compare.
Thanks, Jack.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Jack. Thanks to everybody. If there are no other questions, you know, look, and beyond this, the Bain number is 781-897-5960. We'll keep you updated. We're working to find new ways to connect. We're working to clean windows and blinds and rugs and prepare for the time when we can all be together. But in the meantime, watch for new ways to connect. A couple of other grab and goes, as Megan had mentioned. We're looking at some, hopefully some fresh produce, vegetables and fruits to do another grab and go. So stay tuned for that. We'll do another check-in, one of these, hopefully, and we'll look to guidance from the mayor and from the state and from the, you know, the other directors of other councils on aging. Honestly, what I'm hearing is a lot of people have already resigned themselves to not opening till January. We're remaining as we go. We're gonna evaluate as we go, and we're gonna do things as we can. And there's certainly, look at all the support we have. We live in a wonderful community. So there are things we can do, and we will do them. So
who's that chubby guy in the back over there?
Oh, that's Jack Foley in the background.
Hey. There's
hi,
one of
Jack.
our, hi Jack.
Jack.
One of our van drivers that really, they've provided some critical deliveries to people and really pitched in. And also a lot of humor, much needed humor, especially Jack.
Yeah.
So thanks, Jack. Anybody have anything else that they wanted to add before we close and move on? And all ideas are welcome. All questions are welcome. If you know somebody who needs some help, please let us know. We don't want anybody feeling like they're alone, because they're not. We're here.
Thanks, Marie. We'll see you Thursday. Thursday.
Thursday.
See you Thursday.
All right. See you.
Thanks,
Have a good week, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
See ya. Bye.